Hey everybody, it's Innovision, and we're back. It's another year and another NECA TMNT blind box. What we have right here is NECA's Goldstar TMNT blind box that was dropped right before Thanksgiving. I just got it a couple days ago. Be sure to stick around for the end of the video where I'll share highlights from one of the most unique conventions I just got back from. It was the Retro Toy Convention that had several celebrities, voice actors from the Thundercats cartoon series, and actors from the TMNT movie. Stick around, because you don't want to miss any of it. As we get started, I just want to call out, these blind boxes are going to have diminishing margin of return for me. At this point, my shelves are well populated. I've pretty much got everything I could ever want from the NECA line, except for things that haven't come out yet. My hope here is that I get maybe one or two items that I don't have in my collection yet. Otherwise, I'm going to end up reselling some of these and donating them. And I'm going to keep a similar format to what we had in the past, where I'm going to unbox each item one by one and share it with you. And at the end, I'm going to tally up the total MSRP, and then I'll tally up what the MSRP would look like today, where I'm going to take into account sales or damaged boxes and things of that nature. All right, let's get started. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. Take a look at the side of the box here and see how well populated it is. So we got, looks like quite a few things there. All right, so I'm gonna get it moved over to my side table here and we'll start looking at them one by one. Now I want everyone to recall, when we got the first three TMNT blind boxes, there were 14 items per box. When we got the VIP blind box, there were 12 items. So I suspect we're probably getting towards the bottom of the barrel here. I expect around 12 items, but we'll see what happens. What is it? So we've got, what do we got here? Oh, this box looks like hell. We got Metal Bebop and Rocksteady. So I did pick this up in one of our previous blind boxes. The box was in pristine condition. This one looks pretty bad. So if I were to open one, it would definitely be this one. All right, we've got Eastman and Laird's Baxter Stockman. And this box also looking pretty rough here. We've got a hole in the back of it, and it looks like Baxter has been jostled in transit. I don't have this one, so I'm excited to add it to my collection. All right, we got, looks like Universal Monsters, Leonardo as the Hunchback. This one's very nice. I think this is one of the best figures. And so far, none of these have looked like they've been opened, which is great. This one, the box has a couple of bruises and blemishes, but otherwise it's in pretty decent condition. I did pick this up and I think it was our blind box B last year. We've got Raphael as Frankenstein, another one of the Universal Monster mashups, and the figure looks like it's in great condition. The box though does show wear and tear, which I think is going to be a common theme. I haven't seen this one before. We've got Chakahachi and Lotus. Wow, that's cool. I don't have this one in my collection. Very neat. Yeah, and the box actually looks pretty decent for this one. That's nice. I'm happy to add that one to my collection. We've got Michelangelo as the Wanderer. So I recently gifted a brand new one in awesome condition to my nephew. This box looks like it's been beaten up. I don't have one that I can open yet, so that's amazing. I'm happy to have this one. I know a lot of people have gotten that one, but this is just my second one. We've got Colossus from the Swamps. Oh, this will go great with my Granny Bebop and Baby Rocksteady. And this guy is huge. He's definitely a Colossus here. He's definitely got some heft to him. You don't want to drop him on your toe. You'll end up getting an injury. Michelangelo as the Mummy, another Universal Monsters mashup. So this is actually the first and only Universal Monster mashup that I picked up that didn't come via a blind box. And I even made a short for the channel around Halloween to go with it. So this is actually one of my favorite ones. Now this is one gnarly mummy. Through the ancient dust and pizza crust lurks Michelangelo as the Mummy. Mikey comes to life. Unbelievable turtle terror awaits. Is it dead or alive? The party dude is out of his tomb. Beware the curse of Cowabunga. You have been warned. I think I'll end up gifting this one to one of my good friends. He's a big Mikey fan. He'll be happy to get this one. We've got the neutrinos. Okay, this one looks like it's seen better days. We've got what? Wow. Okay, so we got the Toon series, Toka and Razor. This is one of the ones that I definitely wanted to pick up, and the MSRP for this one's like 60 bucks. Even an open one is going for around $50. So this one's really nice. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. This looks awesome. In fact, one of my friends on Instagram recently posted a picture of Toka and Razor having Thanksgiving dinner. So it made me really want to get those figures. All right, we've got the robotic Rex, the police officer. I did get this one last year as well, but this one, the box, for all intents and purposes, looked like it's in great condition. The first one I got, the box had severe water damage on it, and I ended up opening it. The box was already falling apart, but this is one I can just keep in the box and for display purposes. Very cool. And then, last but not least, we've got a 4-pack of the Punk Disguise Turtles. This one was a Target exclusive. That is very nice. So I did get a couple of these. This one, honestly, even though I have it again, I know people who'd happily pay 80 bucks to take it off my hands, just as is. So we've got 12 items here. And so that's very similar to our VIP blind box we got. What I've noticed, though, we've got a lot more 2-packs going on here. So we're going to take a quick station break. I'm going to get cleaned up here and then tally up the MSRP, what it looks like at launch, and what the MSRP would look like today, and also try to consider the damage to these boxes and so on and so forth. All right, we're back. And so the MSRP of everything on the table here, if it was in pristine condition and just hit store shelves, was right about $670. Now, if we scale things back for the damage and the condition of the boxes and any sales and the value of these items today, it comes out to right around $390. So it's pretty close to that $400 promise that they gave. It's unfortunate a couple of these action figures have kind of been jostled around in the package and whatnot, which kind of brings it slightly below the $400 price bar. But between this 4-pack of Punk Turtles in Disguise, the Toka and Razor, and this 2-pack with Chakahashi and Lotus in it, that essentially recovers my investment in this blind box. So I can easily resell this one, and then these two I never had in my collection before. That covers the cost of this blind box for me. And then everything else I could either give away or resell. So from that perspective, it was totally worth it. So the value was there. I just got back from traveling to one of the most unique conventions I've ever attended. It was the Retro Toy Convention down in South Carolina, where they had several toy vendors from all across the country meet up for trading and selling vintage toys. And some of these toys are like 35, even up to 50 years old, still in original packaging. There were so many grails here, and there were so many unique toys that I haven't even seen or have completely forgot about since I was a kid. Not only were there more vintage toys than I've ever seen in my entire life, there were many celebrities from some of our favorite series. I got to meet some of the voice actors from the Thundercats cartoon series, as well as actors from all 3 Ninja Turtle movies. Another really unique feature of this convention, they had 2 nights where you could reserve tickets to attend celebrity dinners, where these various celebrities would sit at your table and eat with you and your family and friends. Here's a photo I got to take with Larry Kenney, the voice of Lion-O, and he was such a sweetheart. Larry also voiced Sonny the Bird from the Cocoa Puffs commercials, as well as Count Chocula. And he was able to conjure those voices upon request. He was totally goofing off and making the voices to entertain my kids while I was there. How many of you out there remember eating those cereals while watching Thundercats or Ninja Turtles? Here's a picture of me with Peter Newman, who voiced Tigra and Munkin from the Thundercats cartoon. And here I am with James Sato, who played Shredder in the Ninja Turtle movies. He was extremely genuine and easy to talk with. I had an awesome conversation with him. Here I am with Ken Scott, martial artist who was the stunt actor and wore the costume for Raphael for all 3 of the Ninja Turtle movies. And he was a total hoot. He was making us laugh the whole time, and he was cutting up, and he was just a lot of fun. He had a ton of energy, and we were able to talk to him about the book he wrote. Here I am with Brian Tochi, who voiced Leonardo in all the Ninja Turtle movies. He's also in Police Academy and Revenge of the Nerds, and he's the voice actor of several different cartoon characters and video game characters. He also was so much fun. Him and Ken Scott were cutting up the whole time, constantly competing with one another, trying to argue which Ninja Turtle was the better turtle. They had so much fun. I had no idea that Pixel Dan was going to be at this convention. They didn't even announce it ahead of time. He was so down to earth and such a humble guy, very easy to talk to. I love his toy reviews. In fact, I'm in awe of such an awesome experience to meet these celebrities and see all these vintage toys. This is definitely one of those things that's going to be memories for a lifetime. I'm so glad I made it down there. I hope you enjoyed seeing the highlights from the Retro Toy Con I just attended. Be sure to hit the like button on the video, hype it, and subscribe. That way you don't miss all the amazing toys and gaming tips we've got coming down the pipeline.